What up, y'all? It's your boy EJ back again with another video. And as you saw from the title from this one, this is very much just a bare bones. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. It's just a bare bones video for anybody who's considering doing investing. You know, you don't know anything about it. I'm not a professional. I'm new to this myself. I'm still learning. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but this video is just for somebody who's considering it. You know, never even thought about doing it before, but now you think about it, maybe I should just jump into it. So this is basically going to be just a quick video. I actually got some notes here just to hit up a few points on this. So basically, I'm just ready to get right into it. Why would somebody want to get into the stock market? Why would somebody want to get into investing? Point blank, some of us are dealt a bad hand in life. That's just how it is. Some of us, you know, we didn't have parents who was rich, so we didn't have everything taken care of. We was born into poverty, whatever the case may be. Some of us have to actually work hard for what we have, everything that we have. And with that being said, I'm doing this now because I want to see myself. This is gonna be like a documentary. It's almost like I want to see myself now in the beginning, and then, you know, 3 or 4 years from now, hopefully I'm making it where I'm at a point where I'm making, you know, $800-$900, maybe even $1,000 a day doing this, doing day trading and stuff like that. But I'll get into all this stuff later. It'd be nice to look back and see where I came from. But as far as you guys, I'm just gonna hit a few points on why I think investing is good for everybody. The first one I want to hit on is, if you're thinking of investing, I wish somebody would have told me this long ago, is invest when you're young. Start out, as soon as you turn 18, you get a bank account or whatever. Throw money into your investment. Now I'm gonna go through this checklist, and this is all gonna play into each other later on in the road. When I say there's apps and stuff that you can get into now that maybe you didn't have when I was growing up. We didn't have these apps. You had to go through stockbrokers and stuff. So a lot of us were deterred from, you know, investing from a young age. But now it's easy. It's literally as easy as swipe, input, and you're an investor. So there's really no excuse for anybody nowadays that doesn't want to get into investments. Most of us is just fear of what we don't understand. That's a common trend with people in investments. But don't be afraid. Get into it while you're young, and do it often. Like do as much as you can with these investments, because it's a long-term, you know, it's a long-term thing. It's not quick money. Not in the beginning. A few years down the road, if you've been investing for a while, then you can start making quick money with it. In my opinion, some people can do it quick because they got more money to start off with investing. I personally started off with $5. $5. I started with $5 to open it, and then I put in another $20 in just to make it 25. But I started on Stash. I get to the apps in a minute. But yeah, you don't have to throw a ton of money in to get started. Literally, you can start with $5. Investments are mainly to build wealth. Turn this music on. What's my Jamaican music? Music is always playing in my videos. Anyway, builds wealth. That's what its main thing's for when you're doing stocks. Now, there's a term that I heard. I forget where I heard. I think I heard it on Twitter. But they say the poor save and the wealthy invest. And then for some reason, it clicked with me. I was like, "You're right, bro. Maybe I should start investing." And that's when I really started getting into it. You know. Because think about it, you saving money, you're saving it for a rainy day. And that money, you can put it in a bank account, but it won't grow as much as it would be if you were to put it into some kind of account that's involved in investments. There's no bank account in the world where you gain 200% of your investment back in a week. There's no way that you can do that in a bank account. So investments is probably the easiest, quickest way to build wealth. Now, there are risks involved there, and I'll get to that in a minute too. What I consider stocks and investment stuff, I consider it a bank account with a casino. That's the best way I can think of putting it in layman's terms. So think of it as like, yeah, you can put money into it, you know, just like a bank account. But one day it could be, you put $1,000 in it. Then one day it could be 1,000. The next day it could be 828. And then the next day it'd be 9 something. You just never know, because it could be somebody putting money into your account or somebody taking it from you. That's what the best way I can explain of what it's like to have a stock market, be into the stock market. So the next point I want to say is, don't invest what you're not willing to lose. Like, stock market is not guaranteed. You know, any day it can crash. We all know this. We all know the risk. We've had stock market crash before, about what, like 10, 12 years ago. We've seen it. I wasn't involved in it then, but I know about it. So never invest more. Don't put your rent money in here talking about you're gonna make a quick $200-300 off. It don't work like that. You're gonna end up in a deep hole. Just start out small if you don't have a whole bunch of money. There's nothing wrong with starting out putting $20 to a stash account. Like, it's really not. Once you get involved with stash, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, don't be afraid of that. Also accept that this is a long-term wealth building strategy. This isn't something that you do quick. This is going to be something that you want to hold for 10, 20, maybe 30 years even. You know, something that you can leave behind for your kids or your family, whatever, when you pass away. You know, it's not a quick scheme, nothing like that. So don't be expecting that. You also want to get familiar with the terminology in the stock market. I'm still learning. I swear, it's so many different terms that you hear about. You know, you hear limit sale, market sale, IPOs, Roth account, all kinds of different terminologies that you need to brush up on. Candlesticks. It's all part of the process of learning what stock market is. And I'll get to that point in a minute too. I have videos. I'm gonna have videos in the bottom in the bio here of videos that I think are the best ones to learn about what the stock market is. You want to build a foundation first before you jump into it. So I'm gonna have these videos in the link. I'm not affiliated with any of these people that is discussing this, but it's nice to get there, you know, get traffic to their channel, whatever, you know. So it's cool. Hopefully they'll see this video. Somebody tell them, hey, I heard this from this guy. He sent me here. You know, maybe they'll see it. But, you know, it's whatever. The next point is the type of accounts. You want to learn the different type of accounts. You know, there's tons. Stocks, bonds, you know, you name it. There's several different ones. So you want to get familiar with the type of accounts that you want to get. ETFs is a big one too, especially if you're starting off with stash. ETFs is probably going to be the number one thing you get into. So think about that as well. The next point that I want to get up is invest in companies that you believe in. Don't just invest in a company for the hype. You know, if you own a closet full of Nikes, you should have Nike stock. It makes sense. And you love Apple iPhones and all their products so much, you should own stock in the company. You should want to have a small slither and say you're a part of that company. So me personally, I got about 17 or 18 different companies I'm investing in right now. I will drop that down to, I want a good solid 5 or 6. But right now, because I'm getting started, I want to see which ones work out best for me, the ones I think are good for me. But in the end, I want to have about 5 or 6. So that's not including crypto. I want like 4 or 5 cryptos too. So invest in something that you believe in, something that you think is going to be good for you, or good for the earth, or good for your community, whatever. Just invest in whatever you think is best for you. Also remember, buy low, sell high. When the market is down, that's the best time to get in and buy, because when it's low, you can buy more stocks. More shares, whatever you want to call it. The more shares you have, when the price goes up, the more you get back in your return. And some companies actually pay dividends. One of those terminologies I want you guys to learn. Dividends for having stocks in their company. So they'll pay you a percentage of money just for having their stock. You know, some make crazy money off that. So just say, for instance, you put $10,000 into an account and the stock's been doing good, they'll give you like 4 or 5% of your investment back just for having the stock. So hey, it may not be a ton of money, but it's money back that you don't have to do nothing for. So they can actually make some people even out in some cases. Now the apps, like I said, it's easier than ever now to get into stock markets and get into any type of investing. The big ones that I use, the first one I think everybody should start out with is Stash. And if you guys, they got police up here. So if you guys are considering it, I say I will have a little link to join me, and we both get money back, we both get stocks, whatever like that. So use that link, feel free to. The second one I want to say is Robinhood. It's a little bit more advanced than Stash in a way. Stash is so easy. Like, it tells you step by step of everything you need to do. You have coaching and all this stuff inside the app and all this stuff too. and it starts out like I said for $5. Now Robinhood, you can't buy portional stocks. You have to buy the full stock in Robinhood. Stash, you can buy. Say you want to put $10 into this stock, until you can get a whole stock. You can do it like that. A Stash also has auto stash, so automatically puts money into your bank account every day you want to put. You can do it every day, every week, every month. Every 2 weeks. Also, it has a little thing where every time you swipe your card, the change left over goes into the stocks account. So you can actually have an account set up inside the Stash app itself, where you can actually put money into it later. So that's another reason too. Robinhood, you have to buy the full stock straight up. There's no portions, so that makes it a little bit more advanced. So you got to know a little bit what you're doing before you get into Robinhood. Now Robinhood is easy as hell too, and I'm not gonna lie, it's super easy to do. You literally just set it up, set your bank account, you get an account number, and you feel free to start doing your stocks. Now, with that being said, Robinhood can also be a little tricky because it's its own thing. It's not a wallet. That's another one of the things I wanted y'all to learn too. So terminology. Wallets are important too. If you're doing crypto. So you can have all the stuff here in Robinhood, but you can't cash it out until it's been in your account, your Robinhood account, for 3 days, if I remember. So it's there as money that you can spend on other stocks, but you can't cash it out to your bank account until 3 days. And Stash, you can cash it out, and it'll get to your bank account within 2 to 3 business days. So you have to make sure you guys are all aware with that. You need money immediately. So if you change your mind, you want to get back out, you can't get that money back for a couple of days. Do your research on every company that you're thinking about investing in. Some of these companies actually have really good groundbreaking technology, I feel, that should be more observed by different people. So if you feel like you're in the medical field and you think this company, blah 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 company, is going to do some breakthrough cutting edge stuff, buy stock in it. Now when you buy these stocks, hold it. Don't get impatient. Don't panic if it drops a little bit. It goes up and down. It's going to happen. Hold on to your stocks. Don't sell them, your shares, because once you sell them, somebody else is going to pick them up. So, and you don't want to be that one, I sold all my shares and this company blew up. The word got out about the company and now you missed out. FOMO, fear of missing out, is a big thing too. Don't go investing a whole bunch of money into something because you're scared that you're going to miss out on it. So you got to be, there's a balance that you got to figure out on your own. And follow the big investors too. There's Warren Buffett is probably the best person to take advice from. Like, some people disagree with that, but Warren Buffett he's a proven genius when it comes to doing any kind of investing. He has his own company. If you guys want to invest in that, Stash has his own ETF with him as well. I actually had that one before when I was at Brilliant Stash. I've graduated from Stash. Now I'm mostly all in Robinhood now. Graduated. Like I said, up and downs in the market is going to be natural. This thing takes time. Like, it takes a ton of time for you guys to fully get invested into this. So don't panic on this. Take your time, study, do your homework, then invest. Don't go in blind. And crypto. The last thing I want to touch on is crypto. There's a few different apps that you can use for crypto. Coinbase is probably one of the most solid ones you can use because it's a wallet as well. Binance is that's a ton of them. These are the ones that I use: Binance, Coinbase, Yahoo Finance, and Robinhood. Now, I'm not going to tell you the crypto that I'm in because I'm selfish right now and I don't want to keep my own. I want to keep mine. So anyway, if you guys are thinking about getting into crypto, there's a whole different section about that I'm not a professional in crypto. I'm not going to say yes I am, but I know the basic gist of it. But it's so much more to it than just learning the basics of it. So if you think about getting into crypto, I say do a ton of research because it's so volatile right now. Like, one day you can wake up and you like, hey, yeah, it's going up, and then the next day you're like, should I sell? But I messed up and I sold one of my Ethereums, and I the next day it went up. So I'm not selling any more of those. There's a ton of different ones, and each one has its own different thing of what it does or what group is represented. Bitcoin. If you've ever been on the internet, you've probably heard of Bitcoin. If you haven't heard of Bitcoin, I don't know where you've been, but it's like the king of crypto right now. The coin I'm investing in is coming for it though. We moving up. if you follow my channel, you already know what coin I'm investing in anyway. But if you don't follow my channel, then you probably won't know. But crypto is very, 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 very volatile. So don't put a ton of money into it if you're scared of losing money, because there's a good chance you are going to lose money in crypto. But I do feel crypto is the future. So there was a time where people thought there was no way that you could use a card to go into a store and swipe your card in the machine to pay for it. There was a time when people didn't think that you could write on a piece of paper from your bank account and give that piece of paper to somebody and say it's a check, and you get your goods at the stores. Every time there's always something groundbreaking that changes the financial market, and right now crypto's the next thing to blow. So it can't hurt to invest in it. You can right now. I've only invested $200 in, and I've gotten a $300 profit from crypto. So that's just me betting small amounts. Some people put thousands of money into this crypto. So do what you want to do. It's your money at the end of the day. Stop putting money into stuff that depreciates. If it depreciates, don't put too much of your time and effort into it. Try to get into this investing. I want younger people to get into investing. So that's why I'm pressing this right now, because there's so much money out there that we can just put our hands on. People like money and everything. No, it's not. But maybe you're not making enough to make it a legit thing. So if you feel like you need to invest, do it. If you're scared, just give it a shot. Like I said, Stash is super easy. It's ridiculous how easy it is to be an investor now. So Stash, Robinhood, Yahoo Finance, the big three. Binance and Coinbase if you're into crypto, or the main ones I would use. If you want to get into saving, like money's saving on its own, Acorns is good, Stash is good for that too. But all in all, this is just a quick video that I want to get you guys into to get the beginnings of crypto and those stuff and stocks. I think I covered all my points here. Yeah, that's it. Hope y'all have a great, blessed day. Everybody, if you haven't, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. My channel isn't going to be all finance, crypto stuff. It's going to be a plethora of stuff. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys would, please do me a favor, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section of this video. I'm always sending videos in my car. I spend a lot of time in my car because I work a lot. So this will be where I spend most of my videos. Once I get more established in the YouTube community, I'll set up a little mini studio in the house with lighting and stuff. Right now I'm still using my phone, so I'm just beginners, you know what I'm saying? But I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.